What is up, guys? Dad Dash here, and I wanted to come to you today. This is just going to be a little quick video. I wanted to come and talk to you about a feature that's in my market, seems to be around my market, and make sure that if it's in your market, you know, I've got thoughts on how to use it, got some ideas. Give me your ideas in the comments. I'd like to start like an idea thread on this to see what your ideas are with it. But I have some ideas on it that I'm using it that I think really actually could change the way you think about order selection, that there's one small minor adjustment if you have this option in your market. So, one of the things I'm noticing, because it's happened to me now a couple times, is, well, it's happening very frequently. So I think it's in my market. It was here and then it left and now it's back, and it's been back now long enough that I feel confident enough to talk about it, at least when I'm in my Martinsburg market. Now, it's not in the Hagerstown market yet. This option does not exist, but I think it's something that, you know, if you're willing to gamble a little bit, and some of us, sometimes you have to, if you want to get things started, you're having a bad day, this is something where you can kind of get a riskless pass, and maybe we'll get you to take a little more risk that could have a big reward. It's kind of like the new hidden tip, right? It's the hidden order. I'm calling it the hidden order. What I've noticed that's happening right now is I've been getting offers like $5, $5.25 for 3 miles, $5.25 for 4 miles, $6.25 for 4 miles. You know, some cases $6.25 for 6.1 miles, $5.25 for 7 miles. Okay, so now normally, you know, I have my driver utility helper apper on, and I'm turning those down, or they're coming up in the review queue, and I'm most of the time turning them down because I'm trying to hunt for the bigger order, right? And then you don't see it, and you're sitting there waiting. Maybe you get it on another app. However, by happenstance, the other day I took a lopsided order just by a little bit, right? And something interesting happened. I'm on my way to the restaurant. I'm about to pick up, and I get a, I think it was a $7.75 add-on going 3 miles. Okay. So now a couple things happen at that moment, right? In this case, I had accepted a $5 and something. I think it was $5 for like 7 miles, I think, or something like that. I can't. It was like about maybe about 1.5 miles above what it was. And I had thought about it. I was like, get rid of it or no? And I thought, no, you know what? Ride this out. What the heck? I'll just do it. Sometimes I just do those things. I mean, I figure there is a tip involved. This customer's, you know, it is what it is, right? It's going to keep me busy. I was in a good flow. And I figured, and the order I had just gotten off at the time had a lot of miles stored up in it. So I took it. I arrive at as I'm pulling up to the restaurant, I get that $7.75 offer, right? And it says catering bag required. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I got a catering offer with this? So now I'm sitting on I think at the time it was something like a $13.25 going 10 miles. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, that's not great. Just looking at that, but I thought it's catering bag required. There's more likely than not, this is going to go up. I was a little worried because I was like, sometimes you see these catering bag required, and sometimes I've had a $7.25 payout. It was just $2.25 and $5. That's what they gave me. So I was like, okay, but it was like 14 items. And when I arrived there, the people were all like, yeah, there's a lot to this order, man. Good luck with this. And I'm thinking, okay, please be a lot. Anyways, I get there, get to the payout, and it ended up paying out $25.25 for the catering order, and I think it was the $5.25. So I ended up making $30.50, okay, or it was like 26 cents or something. It was an odd amount. So it was like $30.51 for 10 miles. $3 a mile. It was excellent. Now, I don't know if I would have been offered that catering order when I got in there. So I started doing it a little bit more because I thought, well, you know what? Let me accept some of these smaller miles. Now, you got to do it during busier times, okay? Because there's got to be volume there to help it. But what I started noticing is all of a sudden, I'm getting an add-on when I get to the restaurant. Sometimes, now I've never gotten another catering add-on, but I've gotten enough add-ons like this particular one that I'm on right now. I accepted it. It was $7.25 for 3 miles. Now, that's a good offer. That's not bad. I accepted it. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Thursday. So I said, heck, I'll do that. Been sitting for a little bit. And then Lo and behold, I'm standing in there and I get an 825 for 6 miles. So now I'm on a 1550 for 9 miles. And some may say, well, that's still a little heavy on the mileage. Not really, because like the delivery drop off is dead center of my market. So if there's orders to be had, I should be in a position to see another order. I'll be right in between 2 Walmarts. I'm right around a bunch of Instacart stores. So while I'm driving to that second drop off, I'll be in great position to be able to go and, find it. Now, here's the other thing, right? Now I have yet to do this, but, it got me thinking. Each time I get to the restaurant and I'm waiting, and on this particular order, I was waiting for a little bit, and it pops up and gives me the option to get out of the order without any damage to my completion rate. So that got me thinking, well, listen, maybe I should be accepting a few more of these $5.25, $6 smaller orders. And if I got a catering order on the other side of that, pulling up to the restaurant, and then I get in the restaurant and I'm waiting, and there's a long wait, which would make that smaller order less valuable to me, and I've got a catering order now sitting there that I'm going to go pick up, I can cancel that order. And there's no penalty. But now let's say I don't accept that smaller order. Perhaps if DoorDash has reprogrammed their algorithm to reward, in other words, to attach to that order that says, okay, we're sending it to the next Dasher. When they accept that, we're going to send them the next one, knowing that catering order has a little extra time for prep and everything else. I mean, so I got to thinking, if you have this in your area where you can get out of an order, consider accepting some of these smaller orders if they're going to areas where there's a lot of restaurants around. I wouldn't do it if there isn't a restaurant around, because you're not going to have anywhere to go. But like where I'm at right now, there are a lot of restaurants around here. So by me accepting that smaller order, $7 order, $6 order, $5 order even, there's a strong possibility, I believe, that I will see a add-on to this order that will turn this order from a lower earning, lower order valued order to a nice order value, like this one here being $15.50. Anyways, guys, just want to share that with you. Put your thoughts in there. What do you think about this? Are we dealing with a hidden order thing? Has DoorDash changed it up? I know I don't see hidden tips pretty much anymore at all. Even when I was diamond dashing last month, I saw very few hidden tips. I would see diamond rewards, $10 for 3 miles, a stack for, $2 or more a mile, but very few did I see the plus sign on. It was really only the catering orders that came through, and those were few and far between as well. So I'm thinking DoorDash has kind of left that space and said, we're not worrying about hiding tips anymore. We're going to start hiding orders. We're going to start doing it differently. We need you to do 2 orders, 3 orders at a time, to get this done. So what are we going to do? We will reward you when you accept that smaller first order, and then you will get your second, instead of showing you the stack all at once, and then you can cancel out of it or get smart to the fact one may be a tip, one might not be a tip. Plus it gives them flexibility, with how things are going. And if they see you canceling out of orders a lot, they could always wait and offer that to you when you're walking out after you've hit, that you've picked up, and say, okay, hey, we need you to go along the way over here and pick up this catering order or this nice $10 order to add on to this, and you get it at a time they already know you have the food in the car, and you can't get out of that lower rung order. Anyways, just some thoughts. So anyways, guys, put your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. As always, guys, stay safe, stay profitable, and Dad Dash will talk to you soon.